families, providing medical care and education benefits and more for their families. You know, it will take time to feel the full impact of all we've done together. But the seeds are planted, and they'll grow and they'll bloom for decades to come. At home, we've created nearly 17 million new jobs, more than any other single administration, a single term. More people have health care than ever before. And overseas, we've strengthened NATO. Ukraine is still free. And we pulled ahead of our competition with China. And so much more. I'm so proud of how much we've accomplished together for the American people.
So, welcome to the DeMarkco effect where you get the full effect of me. We gonna let Joe Biden say exactly what he want to say. We're not gonna watch the whole exact thing, but we're gonna watch a good amount of it. He's just addressing us before he leaves office because Donald Trump's first day is January 20th, and we're gonna see the changes and stuff that happens. Okay. But he said they generated 17 million new jobs. Um, okay.
And I wish the incoming administration success because I want America to succeed.
And to be honest, I don't think that this administration really wanted us to succeed, given everything that they left us with. And I'm not talking about the fire or none of that. I'm just talking about people being incompetent and not being able to do their jobs the correct way. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's why I've held my duty to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition of power, to ensure we lead by the power of our example. I have no doubt that America is in a position to continue to succeed. That's why my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. This is a dangerous and that's a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. The dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead. We see the consequences all across America, and we've seen it before. More than a century ago, but the American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy, just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to. Workers want rights to earn their fair share.
This is the shit that pisses me off. So, America has now adapted this mentality where instead of people sitting here working harder, they just sit there and say stuff like, tax the rich, tax the wealthy because they have to pay their fair share. If they're already essentially paying 40 to 50% of what they earn outside of the money that they already take from their earnings, are they not being taxed properly or the correct way? Because if anything, they're putting more into society than people like us. They're putting more into society than people that makes under a million, under 200, $300,000. They're putting way more into society, especially with their income. They're putting more into society. So I don't like this thing where Joe Biden and Kamala Harris started this tax the rich. Let's tax the rich. They have to pay their fair share. Oh, all Donald Trump cares about is the rich people. You see why he got Elon Musk on his team, because he's rich. He don't like Elon Musk, but he just got him on the team because he's rich. This tax the rich shit, it has to stop. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it will, because I think our people are now so far gone that it's just bad to this point. Like, we can look at adults and be like, yeah, you're an adult, figure it out and everything like that. But they don't realize the impact that it has when they hear their presidents and stuff like this. If you have your president saying, yeah, tax the rich, you're going to have people that's going to take this and run with it. They ain't going to do research or none of that. So the problem is right now is that we had a weak president. We had somebody that didn't know how to do their job. We had a vice president that didn't know what they were doing. We had their party, the Democratic Party, pushing all of this devil shit onto our people. All of this demonology, all of this shit, all this unruly and ungodly world that we live in now it was pushed because of them. They didn't push togetherness, they pushed divisiveness. So instead of us coming together, they pushed us to be apart. So we can't sit here and act like what he's saying is okay, because what he's saying is not the truth. Tax the rich, it ain't gonna do nothing. Rich people find ways to not pay as much in taxes any damn way. So what are we talking about here?
You know, they were dealt into the deal and helped put us on a path to building the largest middle class, the most prosperous century any nation in the world has ever seen. We've got to do that again.
Big dog. Your time is up, brother.
The last 4 years, that is exactly what we've done.
Last 4 years have been terrible.
People should be able to make as much as they can, but play by the same rules. Pay their fair share of taxes. So much is at stake.
This is
Right now,
this is y'all president.
the existential threat of climate change has never been clearer. Just look across the country, from California to North Carolina. That's why I signed the most significant climate and clean energy law ever in the history of the world. And the rest of the world is trying to model it now. It's working, creating jobs and industries of the future.
And are you forgetting that this is the same exact president that gave $2.1 billion to another country, but it's telling the people now, we're going to give each and every one of y'all, and we found 6,000 people that applied, we're going to give y'all $770 a piece so y'all can pay for whatever y'all need right now. $770 ain't going to really pay for nothing if people lost everything they got. It's not, because everybody ain't got family that's going to take care of them. You know, and with even this, like, we just have to really, like, add context and pay attention to what the situation is, because they're saying, even back then, he said, this is a few days ago, he said he left our country in a stronger state than it was before. That's not true. If you can pass laws or assign for a certain amount of money to go to migrants, and they're illegal, by the way, or if you can have a what is it called? It was where what they were doing was they were paying for migrants and all of that to come over here. They were flying them. They were asking them where they wanted to go. So they were doing that type of program as well. It's just let's really pay attention to what he's saying here. I don't think Joe Biden was a good president, and I would never say I don't like him, because I don't really have no way or no feelings toward him. But as the president, he wasn't a good president. And I'm 23 years old saying this.
Now, we've proven we don't have to choose between protecting the environment and growing the economy. We're doing both. The powerful forces want to wield their unchecked influence to eliminate the steps we've taken to tackle the climate crisis, to serve their own interest for power and profit. We must not be bullied into sacrificing the future of our children and our grandchildren. We must keep pushing forward and push faster. There's no time to waste.
Yeah, and I've heard enough. So what I want to tell y'all is this. Our president they have been amazing when it comes to doing things that don't make sense. They have been amazing in pushing the transgender community. They has been amazing with pushing the illegal migrants. They have been amazing with even their bill and law signing. They have been amazing in all of that. Sarcastically, so obviously they have not. They've been so amazing that, man, these are migrants taking all of the resources and everything. They've been so amazing that, they've given just a bunch of money, billions of dollars to other countries, and when our people needed it, they didn't give it, and they act like they couldn't supply it. So you tell me how y'all feel about this message, because if you ask me, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But other than that, like I said, I forgot to say welcome to the DeMarkco effect. We'll get the full effect of me. I don't think I said that, but make sure to leave a like for the algorithm. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Also, I do appreciate y'all, honestly, for all of the love and support that y'all have been showing me.